Se ci sono, io non so quanto tempo ci ho messo meno di quello che avevo pensato. Se ci sono commenti che qualcuno vuol fare, prego, si accomodi. Se no ritarderemo avremo dovremo attendere, voglio dire, l'inizio del lunch perché appunto non è ancora pronto, se non fra una mezz'ora. Quindi abbiamo la possibilità di discutere alcuni elementi. Se qualcuno vuol parlare. Il professor Vucinic, grazie.
I'm very pleased to be here today. Also, I would like to thank Professor Dumas for this very, very interesting presentation. And surely we have a lot of things to do and a lot of variables to make constant and then find the right solutions. I think maybe it would be nice that Professor Dumas, if it's possible, to bring forward that very, very big picture of the project multidisciplinarity, and maybe I would like to give maybe a few thoughts on that. I mean, for let's say motivating the discussion. So if you can open the picture where all, let's say, the systems of this device are present. So tutto quello con propulsione e altre parti, no, se si può mettere, credo che dà un poco. So this kind of figure gives the impression of the complete system, and I think it's going to be our first, let's say, point to start the breakdown of it. And is it possible to have that picture?
Yes.
Nella presentazione che hai fatto la immagine della... Sì. Oh, ok.
Yes.
Quella dove Matte nel centro e con tutti i sistemi altri che devono essere definiti, no?
Yes.
So one of these images, so we can see clearly that our work is going to be quite different side. And what I think as a first, let's say, action is going to find the minimum model, which, let's say, with the minimum set of parameters to define each of these, let's say, entities, and then try to find, let's say, setting up our integrated teamwork. So this was just my first comments for starting this, I would say, very exciting and challenging project. So I think this image we are going to remember for some time and try to work on it to make it more, let's say, detailed and break down. Some kind of hierarchical, I would say, knowledge base or parameter list or specification or semantics of that has to be defined in order that we can find the common terminology, because we have a consortium of many teams and we will have to find, let's say, the correct way of identify all the solutions. So thank you, and this was my initial comment. I hope to come back on that.
Dottor Caviraghi, che è il leader di DL.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be here with you, and I really appreciate what Professor. Excuse me. Yes, I really appreciate the work which has been done by Professor Dumas. I think we are facing a really breakthrough in not only in aeronautics, but in many other important items. And in our preliminary, I am an architect and a city planner. And of course, here most of you are technicians, and Professor Dumas has stressed the technical point of the project. I would just like to add to the benefits, because these are really benefits, many important subjects which will come out during our design, and they are related with city planning. We are really, with such a project, we can really change the way our cities are functioning, because the possibility to have a VTOL landing, we can have the airports, or let's say terminals, back in the city. They can be located in a park, in a square, in a parking lot, in any location which can be suitable. And we can eliminate, or at least reduce, the impact for the environment of big and remote airports, landing strips, noise pollution, and all the inconvenience of having to go to an airport which is usually not located near any urban center. So our cities will have a big benefit, and our city planners will have to really consider the possibility of having an additional transportation system which is totally green, I mean totally non-polluting. And these, I think, are some of the biggest benefits from other point of view of this project. And another one, since the area at disposal inside the airship is completely different than the traditional space which we are used to in an aircraft, a commercial aircraft, we can really start considering air travel from a different point of view. We can travel comfortable. We can, despite the fact that we can spend more time than we are used to in the air, this will be a fruitful time. We can work, we can have leisure, we can have activities which are completely different from the one we are used to today. So this project, I believe, can really be a big breakthrough, not only in air transportation, but in everything else related to air transportation. Thank you.
Bene, sono venuto di qui perché prendevo il mio telefonino che mi sono dimenticato. Ma ci sono altri interventi? Il professor Psikopov? Quello? Ok.
I would like to expression, no problem, to say in expression as well as you, but I'm sorry my English is not very good, and I would like to ask my colleague to translate some comments and some questions to presentation by Professor Dumas. In Russian, no problem, for him. Мы не первые, кто занимаются стратосферными платформами.
We are not the first who occupied with stratospheric platforms, airships.
Но в той постановке, которую предлагает профессор Думас, это очень интересная реализация.
But in context which Professor Dumas suggests, it's a very interesting task.
Но вопросы остаются и от других проектов.
But there are some issues which come from other projects.
Эти вопросы мы с профессором Думасом обсуждали до этой встречи.
We have already discussed these issues with Professor Dumas before this meeting.
Почему дискоид?
Why discoid?
Мы можем управлять дискоидами.
We can control discoid.
Но у дискоида есть целый ряд недостатков.
But there is a whole range of disadvantages, drawbacks of discoids.
Он имеет маленький угол атаки. Критический угол атаки.
It has small critical angle of attack.
Поэтому он склонен, has tendency to turn over discoid. Второй вопрос.
The second issue.
Коэффициент лобового сопротивления дискоида больше, чем у классической формы.
Head drag coefficient is bigger, is more than airship of classical form. Partial Zeppelin.
Это значит, мы должны иметь больше энергии на борту.
It means that we should have more energy supply on board.
Ну, в любом случае, это вопросы обсуждаемые.
Anyway, it will be discussed.
Еще один вопрос. Баллонеты. Баллонеты не используются для управления дирижаблями.
Ballonets are not used. Ballonets are the second issue. It is not used for control the
Он
airship.
поддерживает только заданное значение плавучести.
It is intended only for taking a constant buoyancy of airship of envelope.
And form of envelope. Form of envelope. Но я думаю, что все эти вопросы, все эти проблемы будут преодолены в результате выполнения нашего проекта.
But I believe during the project implementation we solve these problems.
Потому что замечательные идеи, хорошие команды собраны.
Because it is good ideas, beautiful ideas and great teams collecting together here.
И мы готовы с удовольствием подставить свое плечо профессору Думасу.
And we are glad to give help, give our assistance to Professor Dumas.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bene, altri interventi? Ok, bene. Noi interrompiamo, avremo qualche minuto per poter, in attesa del lunch, poi dopo il lunch ci riuniremo di nuovo e a quel punto inizieremo a lavorare senza kermesse, ma io spero con non tanto molta efficienza, ma con grande spirito di servizio, con un obiettivo davanti. Ringrazio gli invitati, coloro che sono stati presenti e vi invito al lunch appunto che si terrà fra qualche minuto. Grazie a tutti.